Hello there, welcome back to Stella of the End, where we found a wall. I wish I was joking. We went through a good chunk of the city, found a wall, and that's where we are. Impossibly high buildings rise up towards the sky and cluster together in a tight nest. Are we gonna find a way to make fun of that? They have no frickin' space to breathe up there? I'm in purgatory. I got too much space to breathe. They're made to repel electromagnetic waves, so my scans don't tell me much about them. What are they supposed to do? Reject an EMP attack? Or are they supposed to stop a freaking microwave? What the hell? Explain! I can see them right here in front of me, but from the sensor point of view, it might as well not exist. Great. About the only concrete info I can glean is that their average height is same 1,500 feet. Okay. Bilio's reaction is entirely justified.
典型的なアーコロジーだな。
アーコロジー？
Yep. Archaeology. Something I am not skilled in.
自己完結した都市のことだ。無数のビルが高架で連結されてるだろ
見えない。
Well, the best way I can describe it is they had damn good engineers.
う。お前視力いくつだ？
さて、
Must be about average.
あそこに住んでた連中は地上に出ずにビル間を行き来できた。
Yeah. Time to fix that.
ずっとあの中で暮らすの？
そうだ。危険な地上ではなく安全な高層階でな。
Yeah.
想像なんだが、そもそも当時この辺りに住宅街は存在しなかったかもしれん。アーコロジーというのは外敵に対する備えでもある要塞なんだ。住民は都市で一生を過ごす。そこが一番安全だからな。
Well, it makes it easier. Kind of.
昔ってそんな危なかったの？
Kind of. On which era you're looking at?
でなけりゃこんな窪地に住み着こうとは思わんだろう。もっと開けた土地で外部と交易をした方がはるかに益がある。
Yeah.
とにかく遠い昔最初にあの都市が建造された。長い時が過ぎ城下町のようなものが拡張されていったのかもしれん。
Well, at least we know it works. Just didn't work well.
そういうことがあるの？
平和が続いたんだろう。危機意識が乏しくなり地に足をつけて生活したがる者が増えた。予想に過ぎんがな。アーコロジーに住む者は閉塞感に悩まされるのが常だから住人の流出は少なからずあったろう。
Well, at least it works.
だからこの地域は都市から離れるほど文明水準が落ちている。
Yeah.
平和だったのに最後は滅びちゃったんだ。
なんだって滅びるさ。最後はな。
Well, time to explore the inside.
かわいそう。
何？
頑張ってあんな素敵な城下町まで作ったのにみんな死んじゃってかわいそう。
お前の中央演算装置は花畑か何かか。
Possibly. It just might. Her skull might be filled with that.
え、ひどいこと言われた。
Of course! What else would I be joking about? As we're talking, I feel myself start to relax a little. That's good. We head around to the front of the archaeology city. Just like I suspected, there's a short distance between it and the nearest residential area. Whole thing is enclosed in high walls, clearly designed to keep out invaders and outsiders.
ねえ、どうしてあんなに門が高いの？
Because they could put it up there. Philia looks up at the front gate, the only official means of entry. Oh, we could just climb in through that giant hole right there, but yeah, got options. It's several hundred feet up, making it look like it's floating. Great. The fact that it's built right into the wall is the only thing that stopped it falling to the ground.
当時はスロープ高であの高さまで道が続いていたんだろう。
え？
時とともに脆い部分が崩れるかして、あの芸術作品が誕生したわけだ。
Well, a way could be built to get up there.
じゃあどの道都市にはもう入れないね。
そのようだな。結構なことだが。
Well, there's only one way to find out. We go through this obvious opening. I definitely did not see. As we continued on, we came across a sinkhole where the ground has collapsed. I can just make out some kind of underground facility. The other side. Right, I have a way in. It's just not the best way in. There's also a series of great pillars embedded into the bedrock. They must be what's holding holding up that city. Something tells me our way to the city is from here. Tight as their defenses are, I don't think they accounted for visitors coming in from underground. Yeah, because typically you wouldn't expect that. And there must be some kind of road connection. All the pillars to the city for when they need maintenance. It's tempting, I have to admit. Or it would be if I were a lone adventurer. But I explained to Celia. A courier has to avoid unnecessary risks. We're better off avoiding this particular detour.
柔道、その暗がりに入るの？
いや、入らない。絶対に入らないぞ。
すごい匂いだもんね。
Well, it is tempting. It's an unpleasant raw odor is wafting up from the hole.
奥で漏水してるな。
Okay.
水？
それで土が削られてできた穴だろうからな。
お水、残り少ないけど、汲んでいく？
That's not always a good thing. I give my own water bottle a shake. It's close to empty. It is a matter of life and death, but still.
やめとけ。高濃度汚染水だ。
Yeah. that suggested. Plus, it would have to be geared and all that.
ああ、バッチー。やだやだ。
The core of the archaeology society must have been comprised of upper classes. They'd have occupied the highest levels and the best facilities, no questions asked. What about the lower levels then? This would have been where they dumped poorer citizens, fend for themselves. A clear divide between haves and the have-not. So someone tried to make a utopia. Okay. That makes some sense. Kind of, but doesn't really work out in the end. That's the archaeology age for you. And what would living isolated from the rest of the hundreds of years due to a society? Can't imagine it would involve any change for the better. Down here, by the foundations, water is pooling. Odds are contaminated by the whole city's sewage. Yeah, it would definitely need to be cured. Not a lot. If the inhabitants were wiped out, there's probably rotting corpses in the mix as well. But just think of all the rats, bugs, and bacteria thriving in such an unclean environment. Even if it was the only water for miles around, going in unprepared would be nigh to suicidal.
さ、そっちの安全な道を行くぞ。
Yeah, like I said, it would have to be. The stagnant water is not good. It's not good at all. Fine with those extra stuff, yeah, it's nowhere near good. Well, we're gonna continue with the story. I start walking again, feeling trailing behind me.
結局、どこにも入らずに通り過ぎちゃうんだね。
それが一番安全だ。
Yeah.
わかってるけど、柔道は興味ないのかなって。
あるに決まってる。お前の10倍くらいあるぞ。でも今は、お前を送ることが重要だ。
送る？
お前の望みが叶う場所までだよ。送ってほしいんじゃないのか？
うん、そう、送ってほしい。
That makes it interesting. I keep checking the map as we go. The real question is, where are we coming from? And then we could kind of just like keep on going down all the main roads. That's what I'm seeing. Maybe can I take a couple of side roads to give us some options, I guess? Depending on how I'm reading this map. I'm assuming some of these lines are just roads. If not, the thicker lines are roads. And the thinner ones are just property lines. That's what I'm guessing. Also been a tiny bit since I last read a paper map, so yeah. My guess. This also looks like it could be a facility, if not a park, so yeah, there's that. There's options, so yeah. Time to continue.
住宅街から外れかけてるな。誰かに見られたらまずい。
I think we should be fine. road. Stuff does look like. All these look like regular roads. Because normal roads don't are sidewalks. Be that too. I'm assuming if it is roads, these are rather big. In a distance, I'll say that. Closer to the city proper, the newer buildings haven't held up half as well. Most of them have collapsed or fallen into sinkholes.
ジュードっていつも人を怖がってる。
なんだかんだで人が一番怖いかもしれん。
The android girl still doesn't understand. Yet. At least she doesn't argue this time. We learned we'll never see eye to eye on this issue.
こっちだな。
But I think this is the best way to kind of end an episode here. Questioning where we're all gonna go, cause I don't freaking know. On that, I hope you guys have a great long time, great day too, as I question what Jude is planning to do. So, I'll see you guys next time.